This task is very fundamental to this course and all the courses and maybe life. It's about grounding yourself in beliefs and values. This little woodpecker we came across maybe a year ago, and it had also grounded itself, but not maybe for the right reasons. We found him on the ground eating, I think, a fermented pear and was very drunk. So he couldn't fly, he couldn't do anything really, but was satisfied in that moment. So please don't ground yourself that way. Grounding in these circumstances is about finding out what kind of ethical moorings you have and if you have a sense of purpose, something you want to do and achieve. And that is also what the task is about. And as you see, we worked with manage your growth previously, and now we work with ground yourself. And all these competences are something that we work with in all parts of these courses. There are several ways of looking upon your grounding. One is to look at a moral compass, for instance, and if you look at it in a search on the internet, you'll find there's a lot of things about the moral compass. You can do a test or two or three and find yourself within a matrix, and that might claim that you're a certain kind of person with this kind of ethical ideas, etc. Well, maybe you shouldn't believe it that way, but it is a sense of or a way of start thinking about these things. For instance, if you take a test on a moral compass, you can come into this kind of matrix, and it's quite fun. Here you see fictional characters, and they're placed in different places in this matrix. But I wonder if I look upon myself, where would I place myself? And I can't really place myself. I hope I'll be on the upper part of this matrix, but I'm not really sure. And when it comes to left and right, I'm not very sure either, especially since it depends on what kind of laws or rules are in place. Sometimes I think I should obey, and sometimes I think my main reason is not to obey, to do something else, because I have some moral standings or ideas that I want to be true to. And you can also reflect upon these guys. Where would you place them in this? Is it so easy? Could be a nice discussion or a very bad discussion. So approach this the way you like. This is an example of question, or kind of question that you will get if you go outline and take a test. So if you witness a friend cheating on test, what do you do? And to me, it's not that easy to say, of course, I'll raise my hand and say to the teacher, oh, that person is cheating. But it depends on the test and the friend and the circumstances. If this was, I was in the Second World War, I was forced by Nazis to take a test, and I see that someone is cheating in order to survive. Of course, my obligation is not to tell on that person. So be careful about these kind of questions and tests, and think about how can they help me instead of thinking about myself and my ethical standings. Coming back to the woodpecker, of course, you can ground yourself with alcohol as well. But that is not what this course is about, and not what this task is about either. So we just want you to start thinking about these things, and you don't have to be finished. It's more like, what are the things that are important to you to reflect upon while living, while doing your work, while trying to accomplish things? Why do you do that? What are the reasons? And maybe sometimes you must change your values as well, or at least they become challenged. And that is a good thing. So don't see this task as accomplished when you're done with it. It's more like a way of not awakening you, but again, make you think about these things. And I think we should think about them more often and possibly also talk with our friends and families about them. Good luck.